Alright, I'm back. So let's work on getting this gun moved over so I can accept that mech quest and figure out if I'm going to be staying or leaving. Oh, quality builder. I guess putting out and loading back in later on has not preserved those settings. That's fine. I don't like this having to go into the mod options thing. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's gotta be a better way to do that, because that just feels real janky. Looks like I can set the quality here, but I don't see a way to set the builder. Might have to just look that up, because while going into here works, again, just it feels janky. I don't like it. This stuff is pretty easy though. All I have to do is copy over what I did over here, and we'll be good to go. So I'll need to delete that and all of these. All of this, I guess, needs to go. And I'll also need to get rid of that structure down there. Alright, so then, let's see. It's gonna be plasteel there. And the door. Plasteel there. And the other door. Oh, right, because then all this stuff gets shifted over too. This doesn't look quite right. Yeah, because this needs to shift over one. This shifts over one. That shifts over one. Or no, that one stays. Right? Oh no, it all shifts over. Okay. So that'll be a block. This will be a block. That'll just be open. Which means this one gets deconstructed. Yeah, that should be right. Does mean that that needs to be a door. And then these get filled in. Yeah, that looks right. And then of course the hex tiles, not even remotely necessary, but I like it. Oh, there goes the rice harvest. Cool. I only really wanted the one rice harvest, just to get this little stock back up. So as soon as this is done, I'm going to accept that mech quest, or mech cluster quest rather. How many resources have? Oh, I've still got tons and tons of gold. And plenty of jade to keep working on this bed project. Even if I don't finish it here. It's a little weird that you've got to go over the chair to get to this spot. I don't love that. But I'm not really sure how I would change it. I think it's kind of has to be that way, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it just needs to be that way. Oh well, not a big deal. Means people will be just a bit slower when they're coming out of this gun turret, but again, that's just not that big of a deal. It'll be okay. Probably. Hopefully. I do want to move this storage around a little bit though, because I don't like this being blocked when it just doesn't need to be. I guess this storage just doesn't even need to be there. Or here, I can move it. No, that doesn't work either. I'll just deconstruct it. Fuck it. It'll stay. It'll just be a little slow to get into the gun turrets on both sides. Not ideal, but I mean, this one they have to go through 2 doors generally. This one will be 1 door and a couch. Oh yeah, you can do the traveler convention thing. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll probably do that in the morning. Just have to try to remember. And then I'll accept that mech quest, mech cluster, see how it's looking. If it's looking like I can do it just fine, then I'll do it. And if not, then I'll run. Alright, Mal, let's see that legendary. Let's see that legendary. You can go even faster. Do it, do it, do it. Masterwork. Would it make sense to keep a masterwork bed? How does it compare to a legendary non-royal bed? 1.45 comfort for the legendary wooden bed, with a rest effectiveness of 160. Masterwork, rest effectiveness 131. Wait, what? 131? Is that just a much bigger difference than I appreciated? 160. Wow, what a huge difference. Well, presumably, this is going to be a little bit nicer than the ones that I had before. Beauty 375. Value 1865. Beauty 990. Holy shit. Okay, well, I probably should at least replace my old masterwork beds, the royal beds, with that, since it is still an improvement there. So this, I guess, can be Sammy and Margarita's bed. Means this one needs to be uninstalled. Might make sense to keep one. Yeah, I can deconstruct this wooden one. I'll keep one Masterwork Royal wooden bed. There we go. So if I've got a royal guest or whatever, I can spin something up pretty quickly. Now, I need to check the altar, traveler convention. Let's go ahead and knock this out. Inspired creativity for Sammy. I don't think he can really craft anything. Not really. Oh, I do have a tattered apparel. What happened to Sammy's gear? Oh, it's his shirt. There should be available shirts. I'll have him ditch his tattered shirt. He should pick up one of the other shirts. So let's see what this thing's about. That does look fairly nasty. But I get these Janissaries. Oh, what? Oh my god. Okay, well the mech cluster is pretty substantial. Let's see, the shield. Need to pause it while that shield is visible. It's kind of hard to see. Where's the active? I don't know why they made that shield so freaking hard to see. There we go. So what I need to find are these unstable power cells, because if I can get a shot off on one of those, I should be able to take out substantial chunks of this thing. A lot of turrets up here. Mech drop beacon. There are going to be a lot of mechs. Auto mortar. The unstable power cell is pretty nestled in there. However, it's really relying on that shield. I might be able to just send in some Janissaries and set that off. Those things are just so goddamn explosive. There's a good chance they're going to take out most of this equipment. I'll probably need to take out that mech shield, because that's going to be a problem. I don't have a good feel for how quickly these things come back. Blocks mortar rounds. EMP munitions will stall it. So if I can take this shield down, actually I can shell it with EMP mortars to do that. Then might be able to get a sniper shot in on this, on that diagonal. Well, maybe not. It's a pretty extreme angle. Where are the other ones? That's not that extreme of an angle. And these turrets, if I am up here somewhere, I don't think any of those turrets will actually be able to see my sniper. What kind of weaponry do I have on these dudes? So we got SMG, assault rifle, flamethrower rifle, shotgun, charge lance, charge lance, charge lance, shotgun, shotgun. What is that, an LMG? LMG. Assault rifle, SMG, charge lance. I don't really have a lot of familiarity with the charge lances. .33 range, 30 damage. Okay. So it seems like it's got kind of a similar profile to the assault rifle, but not as accurate, I guess. I suppose it's only normal quality, so that might not be a fair assessment of what's possible. I think whatever I do for this thing, it's probably going to make sense to have my ship's shield generators up. Because this mortar thing, where'd it go? This mortar thing might start to try to retaliate, and I don't really want to deal with that. Do any of these guys have jetpacks? Recon armor. Looks like they're all packing recon armor. Which means no jetpacks. That's not what I'd prefer. Thing activates in 5 days, so I do have some time to think about it at the very least. I think what I'm gonna have to do is shell this area with EMP mortars. And, what are these going to produce? Scyther, Centipede, Blaster, Pikeman. I'm just kind of... How many centipedes am I going to have to deal with? Hard to say. At least from the Mech birthers, not that many centipedes. I think what I need to do is have, at the very least, Biscotti is teaching a lesson to Sauce at the moment. That can wait. Man, how is this person having a minor break risk? Jealous of Biscotti's bedroom. Get over it. You're probably going to live for like 30 minutes. You're not going to sleep in a bedroom, most likely. I'm going to have Biscotti go ahead and man this mortar. I will set it to EMP. I wouldn't mind having somebody else manning this mortar. It could be Sauce. Could be Nails. But it's probably going to be Sauce. Sauce can man that mortar. I'm going to set this one to high explosive. It's already set. Good, good. I want both of my mortars to not actually fire, but I do want them to prepare. So the EMP, which is going to be more targeted, I need it to ideally hit that shield generator. And then the high explosives, it's going to be a little bit more, you know, do what you can sort of deal. But it would be nice if I could hit one of these unstable fuel cells. So we'll aim over there. All these dudes gonna need to be drafted. I don't really want to house these guys for multiple days because that's a lot of mouths to feed. And that's going to get awkward quickly. So it's going to behoove me, I think, to go ahead and do this strike sooner than later. As for the rest of the team, I'm going to have them also head out over here, but in a separate little bunch. What kind of range am I working with? Looks like this is going to be the most advanced one. Paint a red line here. That way I can see where my safety net is. Because I do also have some strikes I can call down from my permit stuff, which can potentially be very helpful. So I'm going to have my guys take up cover positions over here. Nails will probably be switching my shield generators on. They can only run for a few hours though, so I want to wait until I'm getting ready to actually attack. At least until I got everyone into some sort of combat position. Because I'm probably just going to have these Janissaries largely just rush in there and try to be a big-ass distraction. See if I can't get my guys to pick off key targets, especially Thorn. I need to have everyone not be at fire at will, because I don't want this to start before I want it to start. Yeah, I especially need to try to get Thorn into a position where he can potentially take some shots at one of these unstable power cells. That thing, I'm guessing, will not be able to aim very high. Guessing / hoping. Just need to be a little bit closer. And then find the right angle. So I can hit that from that angle. I guess I need to be higher up. Maybe up here? Still not quite. That one might just not be in the cards. That might be too extreme of an angle. This one, however, might be more achievable. Down here. Yeah. That is one of the unstables, yeah. So that'll work from there. This turret, it might have an angle on me. I don't love that. It shouldn't. But sometimes those angles can get kind of funky. Probably makes sense, just in case, to set up a wall over here. Just as some extra cover. Alright, so Nails, I want you to stop drawing on the floor. Activate the shield generators. And it's going to be hard for me to figure out where I need these guys to all deploy until after I actually have some action going on. Need to see where the mechs send their stuff. Oh, damn it. Biscotti's not in position. Alright, well hang on everybody. Gotta wait for Biscotti to walk all the way back up to the ship. Oh, that sucks too, because the timer's ticking on these things. Oh, it's ticking fast. I need Biscotti to just take the shot. Oh my god, those things run for a lot less time than I thought they did. I thought they could run for a few hours, not a few seconds. Probably should have the explosive shooting at the shield as well, actually. Okay, EMP's away. Don't need to hold fire anymore. Let it rip. Thorn should be able to take the shot at this thing in just a moment, as soon as that bubble hits the ground. There we go. Oh no, they're really, really close. That's not good. All right, back it up, everybody. In fact, we're gonna back it up in high speed. And I'm gonna have to have these guys spread out a little bit and try to hold the line. I didn't expect things to drop way the hell out here. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. That explosive hit in a promising spot. I can also call in some airstrikes, which I think this is a good time for it. Sammy can drop his... Oh. Pretty limited options, actually. On that centipede... Oh, I need line of sight, for God's sake. Sammy can do his there. Larissa is going to have to jump down to a lower angle to try to get hers into a more advantageous position. May also make sense. Ooh, there we go. Okay, yeah, those aerodrome salvos are smashing these fuckers. Excellent. I probably want to have my shotgun dudes move up a little bit. And I guess all these guys need to be on fire at will. I forgot I had that turned off. That shield generator is down for good, which means I don't need to be firing EMP rounds anymore. So I'm going to set this over to high explosive and try to shell these turrets. Move my crew up a little bit closer. Did that auto mortar die? The auto mortar did not die. I definitely want that to not be the case. So I think I'll call in Cataphract Squad. And have these guys just beeline for that thing. Oh right, I can't control them directly, so that's gonna be a mess. Alright, never mind, that was a bad call, guys. Sorry about that. These guys can move up though. Okay, they were successful in taking out that mortar, regardless, so that's good. I might need to stop my mortar since I've got guys in there now. Call it Seed Rescue. Oh, only kind of. Ooh, I wonder what... I guess it's firebombing of some kind. That's okay. Should be able to put the fire out remotely with this water skip. We're making progress here. We're making progress here. That guy's crawling. I can probably pain block him. Get him back up off the ground. Well, let's see what the problem is. Yeah, I think it's just the pain that's the problem. So pain block should fix that. Yeah. Man, they are taking a lot of fire, though. May make sense. Continue shelling this stuff up here. Really need those centipedes to go down. Thorn, I would like you to focus on the centipedes. There we go. Why isn't this other mortar firing? Set to high explosive. Maybe I never actually set it to stop being in hold fire mode. Oh, because Sauce just went to bed. Damn it, Sauce. Now's your time to do stuff. Looks like I might need to pain block a few more dudes. Fires are problematic to say the least. It's a lot of turrets. Okay, I'm actually going to pull my dudes back. This is getting a little spicy. These guys... Guess they can pull back too. Reserve shells. Surely I have high explosive shells. High explosive shells. Oh, is that not the pressurized zone? Is that the problem here? What zone do I have that set as? Yeah, that's the problem. Sauce, I'm going to have you temporarily set to the home zone. And these guys I'm going to have try their best, what's left of them, to get up around here, see if I can't thin out those turrets some. My squad can also come up around the corner here and start laying down some smoke. Because it looks like it's just the turrets left at this point, which is relatively easy to deal with smoke. It's gonna make my accuracy go to absolute dog shit as well. But that's not really a problem. I can be inaccurate if they can't do anything at all. Or rather, I can afford to be. That turret's gonna have to go. Why can't I do... Oh, no repeat. Oh, okay. Mortars are probably good to go at this point. Let's go ahead and stop the attacks. So you can go back to the pressurized setting. Biscotti, you can just do something else. I guess go over here. Join the crew. Oh no! God, what a disaster. Well, kind of. I mean, it was a disaster insofar as a lot of people died, but they were the people that I was being pretty flippant with. So, not a big deal, actually. That was a hell of an assault, though. God damn. I just gotta pick through everything and clean up the mess. And by that I mean mostly just grab the valuables. Because the rain should put out the fires for me, so I don't really have to worry about that. Good job, everybody that lived. And I guess, out of the kindness of my heart, I can save a few of these dudes, potentially. Not using the Glitter World stuff on them, though. I'm not actually sure how these guys are going to work. I think there's going to be a... shuttle that'll come and pick them up. Man, I hope these didn't all count as colonist deaths in here, though. I guess they'd be these outsiders. Who all needs to be rescued? Who will be practically possible to rescue? I can set my prison over to a temporary hospital. Gives me one extra bed to work with. Rescue them. Rescue them. Try to rescue them. I don't think anyone's rescuing them yet. Oh no. Is Sammy gonna rescue multiple people at the same time? No. Oh no, I guess he is. Just doing multiple laps or something. Alright, cool. I'll save who I can save. These guys... they're alive. They're not happy, but they are alive. I don't know if I actually want them to come into the colony, because they might be a little bit too unhappy. Oh, that's what the reservation was. It's because the, well, here, you can try to treat them in the field. Not a super high chance of saving them, but it's possible. It's saying reserved because the bed was reserved. It's a little messy. Cornbread, I'm gonna have you get to work. Ooh, that's gonna be tight. Cornbread's pretty good at this, though, so we might be able to save a few. Once I've got people stabilized enough, then I can start kind of spreading out the care a little bit as needed. That guy's got 17 hours, this person's got 5. What's the situation with this person? That one's a little bit less likely. Okay, well that person's stable, at least. That person's got 5, that one's 17. If I can get everyone stable, might be able to get one of my doctors down there fast enough to save this person. It's going to be real tight, even with that person down there providing super emergency care. And the chance of some sort of infection is pretty substantial. Once I've stopped the bleeding on this guy, I'll have Cornbread try. "17 hours. That's long enough. How much medicine does Cornbread have left on him? 3? Maybe. Just maybe. Ooh, it's gonna be real close, though. Cornbread's a speedy boy. What's this person's problem? Oh, also bleeding out. Okay. Probably should wait for that 10 to finish, just because it might buy a little bit of time. Yeah. Alright, Cornbread. This person can go over and give emergency care. Oh, selected the wrong person. The one that can walk, please. Give emergency care to that one. Cornbread, no. Now is not the time for fucking around here. Oh, 1 hour. This might be able to save him. Marguerite's up here finishing off the rest. In fact, Marguerite's probably done with the tending. Did someone pass out in the freezer? They did. Okay, well, that'll take a moment. Cornbread can probably... Cornbread's out of medicine on hand. Well, the bed's clear. Oh, can this person walk? Technically. Can they walk quickly? No, absolutely not. Oh man, that Palmas is not looking great either. It's going to be difficult to save all of them. It's possible. Like I might be able to pull it off, but it's going to be not easy, that's for sure. Margarita might be able to get down here and help out though. I'm mostly just trying to stop them from bleeding to death. If I can stop them from bleeding to death, then I'll call that a win. Like, infections are probably gonna happen. Oh, Palmas passed out. Who's starving? Margarita's starving. Wow. It's tough when there's a shitload of doctor work to be done. Cornbread, I think you've probably done enough. Why don't you head home? This person is not immediately dying. And Margarita actually has some medicine on her. I'm not entirely sure how this works. I thought a shuttle would come in and take these guys away. Just have Margarita steal his food because the situation is dire here. Well, they're not dead. So I'm going to call that a win. I don't really have anywhere for them to sleep. I really figured that they would leave or something. I guess I'm going to have to whip up some super temporary little structure. I don't have a lot of... Guess I can... see some wood. Just do something like this. And then I'll just put in some sleeping spots. How many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't really want to put a ton of effort into this. Wow, this dude is horrendous at doing things quickly. Ah, the infections begin. Right shoulder. Like I said, infection had a very high chance of happening, so I'm not surprised by this. Okay, someone needs to relieve Deimos of their job here. This is taking all of time. Thank you, cornbread. Do they not need rescuing? No, they're just chilling on the ground. Okay. If I wake them up, yeah, now they'll walk to bed. What's this person's situation? Just generally in pretty bad shape. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, where is this Deimos guy? He needs to not be doing doctor work, because that was atrocious. Who's starving now? Wow. I like how my guys just can't be bothered to build their little hut. Oh shit, a raid. Attacking immediately. 13 imps. Well, that's not really optimal, to say the least. Well, that'll have to be a problem for the next episode, because I'm not sure what I want to do with this situation. It's probably going to make sense to just... What I'd prefer to do, honestly, is just get these Imperial dudes off the ship and then just leave. That'd be ideal. However, I don't know if I can actually do that before these imps get here, because they don't have to go that far. So I think what I'm probably going to have to do is send my dudes out, maybe hit them with a berserk pulse or something to try to just stall for time, and then figure out why these guys are not going away. Really figured they would go away. But that's for the next one, so I'll see you next time.